Hillary Clinton in the news because of a health scare this past week, and the sight of her fainting, wobbling, having to be put into a car Sunday after a speaking appearance for the 9/11 commemoration has set the internet on fire. It's caused a lot of controversy, further condemnation of the Hillary Clinton campaign's communication efforts. Let's put this in context. For weeks, if not months, there have been right-wing conspiracy theorists, led by folks like Sean Hannity, proclaiming that Hillary Clinton is practically near death. There is, of course, no evidence of this. Fainting occasionally, getting pneumonia are normal things that happen to normal people, especially if they're 68 years old. Donald Trump, of course, at age 70, being overweight, being male, actually has a much shorter life expectancy than Hillary Clinton. But at the moment, they both have life expectancies of 15 and 18 years. So, side issue to what's really going on, and that is Hillary Clinton is giving her opponents ammunition for attacking. When they had her whisked away and didn't really say why, when they initially said, well, she's tired, then it's dehydration, and then heat exhaustion, and then finally pneumonia, with an hour gap there where no one knew what was going on, it just creates an opportunity for your enemies to attack, pile on, and then the so-called mainstream media, trying to seem fair, is going to spend all of their time voicing the criticism, voicing concerns, voicing questions, and it just creates a sea of negativity. How could someone like Hillary Clinton avoid this problem? I think the answer is staring them right in their face, and I mean specifically the new podcast with her. This is a Hillary Clinton podcast. They've done, I guess, 3 episodes. By iTunes standards, it is wildly successful. It has, it's hard to pinpoint this exactly, but hundreds of thousands, if not millions of downloads. My advice to especially someone like the Hillary Clinton campaign, but these days any campaign, is do a podcast every day. Every single time there's something that is breaking news or would appear to be breaking news to other people, have your own friendly aide just ask you a few questions. Get it on audio. Make sure it's what you want the world to know, and then put it out there. Put it out, and then mainstream media can pull from that any way they want, and it's a chance to really control the message. I don't know why they don't do that. Donald Trump, I mean, his main thing is trash someone, criticize, attack someone. The mainstream media will pick that up. That's not quite Hillary's message, so it doesn't work as easily. Because Donald Trump, to his credit, used to put out very frequent, simple, crude videos just on a webcam sitting at his desk in his office. And it got a lot of play. He doesn't have to do that now because he gets so much mainstream media attention. The Hillary Clinton campaign is a little bit different because since she's not attacking all day long, when she puts herself out there for questions, all the questions tend to be follow-up about so-called scandals. And I'm not an advisor to the Hillary Clinton campaign, my advice to them would be have someone follow her around. The gentleman who's interviewing her for the podcast seems like he's perfectly good. Have him follow her around all day long. Every time she's in the car going from one event to another, just ask her how she's feeling, what's going on, what just happened. Put that content out. It's certainly something every day, not the once every 2 weeks they seem to be doing with the podcast. When there is something like fainting, interview her right after it. For that matter, interview the doctor or sit in on the conversation with the doctor. And then once you've decided it's what you want is to be known by the public, put it out there right away. This will stop the conspiracy theorist. This avoids the problem of the information vacuum where reporters can't get you, so they're just piling on. The other thing I would do is tell reporters, if you have a question, and this would go to NBC, CBS, NBC, just email us your questions. And then when there is a lull and Hillary is on a plane, on a train, on a car, in a limo, her own people can ask her the question. on her terms and answer it. Reporters could pull from that. Now, will reporters love that? No. Reporters want one-on-one, in-depth interviews where they can play gotcha all the time. And I'm not saying there's not a legitimate role for that. They want live press conferences. But from the campaign standpoint, I don't know what is in it for them. So I would recommend they just send the questions in, or let reporters know. If you have a question, let us know. We'll try to get it answered during a slow spot during the day. This would give the campaigns total control because they could listen to what the answer is, decide, do we want the world to know this or not? Now, the other thing I would do if I were Hillary Clinton is I would put every single question about emails, line them all up, have a staff member ask her those questions, and then answer them all in audio on a podcast. And then from now on, anytime a reporter asks a question about email, say, I've spent 3 hours answering every single question about that topic. I've answered the question you just asked. It's on my website. You can listen to the whole thing. Give out her website and have a little donation button there. And at some point, reporters would just get bored asking her the question because she could give the very same answer, and she's not hiding anything because she's answered them all for 3 hours or 12 hours, as in the case of some of her congressional testimony in the past. And this would diffuse this as an issue. That's my recommendation. That's my unpaid, unsolicited advice to the Hillary Clinton campaign, and I will be giving advice to the Trump campaign as well when issues arise. I'm TJ Walker.